Thank you for picking up the sticks. This is episode 38, Sticks Gaming Podcast. I am the reinstated, rehabilitated, reincarnated Myke Kernat. To my right, Myke Steak Carnia.
What's going on?
To my left, Art He Hate Me Rosian. It's football season.
I thought about wearing my Ditka jersey, but
that'd be awesome.
I can't wear anything Bears related right now.
No, that's the only thing. The only thing that was more sad than the Bears game was the learning of the passing of Bobby the Brain Heenan. It was like depression to full depression. Like full.
That was so sad.
It was like, oh, my day's already shit. What else can we do?
Oh, no. Come on. Really?
First off, thank you guys for being patient with me missing the first of hopefully ever episode.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't Art.
Yes.
It was me.
I thought for sure I was going to get just hit with homework at one point. I can't do it. I have to
I say life has got into the middle of our live streaming.
Yeah, right. So like I took a real big hit to my self-worth because you guys had to put on like an awesome show. Like it wasn't even like one of our it was a really good show. It took me the entire flight home. It took me the entire way from Dallas to Chicago. That podcast. So thank you for that. And Joe, I am sorry I missed that because A, you are awesome. B, the subject was awesome too. Like, I'm sorry I missed that one. So maybe I'll sprinkle in some stories along the way.
C, all future guests gifts are required.
Yes.
Now
so
they
thank
are,
you for that.
right?
Oh my god, I didn't even know. What was the Rival Schools sequel?
Yeah, on Dreamcast. Yeah.
Completely unaware of
Yeah.
that.
So Joe said next time he definitely wants to be on again, and he said next time he'll bring it and we'll play it.
For sure.
So.
He did like the Costanza leave behind there. He's like, yeah, I got something for Myke, but I got to be on again.
Costanza. Yeah, so
I don't blame him. That game's pretty rare on Dreamcast.
I wouldn't. Yeah, no,
He's gonna carry it in like a metal briefcase, like handcuffed to him.
We should have seen it. It's in pristine condition.
Yeah,
too.
oh,
all of this was in pristine condition.
So that was the
that shirt looked brand new.
Yeah. It looked like it had been taken home and just put in a box somewhere for 10 years.
You're gonna be back on, Joe. No worries there.
10 years, 20 years.
20. It probably is 20 years.
20. I would say probably 64, so 20.
I mean,
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah, around 2000. So.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Well, anyway, thank you guys for holding the fort here while I was gone. You guys, it was seriously. It was really, honest to God. I wouldn't bullshit you guys. It was really good. It was a great show.
For the record,
It was fun.
if you were still gone this week,
Yeah.
I had a whole thing planned out.
Well, keep that in mind, just because in case another hurricane or tornado comes around, which is coming.
Yeah, no shit.
There's 3 more brewing in the
Yeah,
Atlantic.
a few more coming.
I just want to be home.
Maybe he's supposed to stay in Tampa. I know some people. You can stay with my family. Good luck with that.
Man, whatever. It's whatever. Yeah, I'm happy to be home. Let's just say that. Steak, what you playing?
A lot of handheld stuff. I've been on vacation.
I can see the DS and Vita sitting right over here.
Yep. I've been on vacation, so
Yes.
a lot of traveling.
Real handheld platforms.
Yep. So I actually dug a little bit back into Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Oh, watch out.
That game's so much fun. That game is a lot of fun. Like now that I've been gone from it for a while, like on the flight, I had to do the whole, I've got to do the thing where I put the tray down, put the Switch down, take the controllers out, and lean back and play like this. And it was so comfortable and fantastic playing like that.
On my flight home, I think it was. If I would have done that, the whole thing would have flipped over because I felt like the plane was flipping over. It was really bad turbulence on the way home.
Yeah, our flight on the way home wasn't nearly as smooth as the one out there out west. But yeah, so it was great. It was nice to get back into that. I have the full version of Monster Hunter Stories now, and your demo data transfers into the game. So I'm close to about 10 hours into that now. It's really awesome. It's a lot of fun. If you like the Monster Hunter world, I think you'll enjoy it. It's definitely not like the more mature type Monster Hunter. It's definitely a little more kiddish looking, a little more Pokemon-like. But that's kind of a nice little entryway into the Monster Hunter universe if you're not into like the whole actual Monster Hunter thing. And it's a lot of fun. The story's cool. And then both of these are very, very, very little bit. I've been only about maybe half hour to 45 minutes into each of these. Ys 8 for the Vita that came out.
that new, or is that one of those like
yeah.
remakes? Or
Nope, it's
new?
a
Okay.
brand new.
Cool.
It looks amazing on the Vita. It's one of the best looking games I've seen on the Vita.
Nice.
It's unbelievable. It's so smooth, and it's a battery sucker.
Ah,
Holy cow! That tells you how good it looks and how smooth it runs.
you have the original one too.
I have the
right?
original
Yeah.
Vita, which is now a problem. I brought all my chargers with me to the West Coast. I went to go last night to charge up my Vita, and I can't find the charger.
Oh no!
So I think
You got one of the old school ones.
yeah, I have
too.
one of the old school ones.
proprietary,
Yep. Yeah. So
How much does it go on eBay now? Is it like
if you want
I
like an
want to see more off
official,
Amazon for like $20.
I was if you want an official one, it's pricey.
Really?
It's quite pricey. But Amazon $12, you can get like a third party one, which is like, well, it does the job if it
Right.
breaks. At least it was cheap. But that's going to be a problem down the line if something happens. I'm going to be so mad. And then the last but not least, Metroid: Samus Returns
Oh,
for the
nice.
3DS is the amiibos
squishy? Gonna
right here.
squeeze their
And
brain.
it's a little squishy. It's very cool. The Metroid part, Metroid is squishy.
I don't want to like go.
yeah, I know.
Oh, what have I done?
No.
Did I win the game? That's the
yeah,
point,
that's
right?
how I win, right?
Is that good?
Game looks great. It's awesome. If you have it and you have a 3DS, I highly recommend jacking the 3D slider all the way up because of the 2D, the side scrolling. You get like the different depths of field and everything, and it's really well done and really cool. Especially when you do so when you do like a counter attack against one of the Metroids, it kind of zooms in and gives you like a 3/4 view, and that's
Oh, cool.
kind of a really neat thing as you're shooting the missiles into the Metroid, which is really neat. But yeah, like I said, I'm not deep into either of those at all. Like I said, Yeast 8, I had to stop playing because my battery was at 10% and I couldn't find the charger. So I'm like, well, I gotta wait now. I ran. I was like, please don't die before I get to a save point. And I got to one. I was like, all right, good. And then
Remember save points?
yeah. Well, no, actually, the nice thing about that, no, it was just a matter of getting through a cutscene, so I could just get to the menu and hit save. It's like
Gotcha.
save at any time. Thank God.
You said
Oh no,
that, you said that, and
Metroid.
I'm like, I can't remember the last time I played a game that had save points.
Metroid.
Well, no.
Samus Returns. Is,
There's one game I know you play that's not on your list that has save points.
yes.
Are we gonna get to that later?
I figured we'll wait for that since it's part of
Fine.
our topic.
Do you have any idea what we're talking about?
Yeah.
No.
Good.
Haha. Yeah, it's during our main topic basically, or not topic, a main news story
Nice.
today. We'll talk about it then. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice. Art. What you playing?
Pretty much the exact same thing as last time. Madden, Everybody's Golf, Binding of Isaac. I'll say, if you ever see Binding of Isaac go on sale for Switch, I would recommend it.
I have been keeping my eye because they're starting to put some of the stuff on the eShop on sale. Like they just put Puyo Puyo Tetris on sale for
Yep.
like $24. So I'm hoping that some of that first run of games is going to start going on sale.
Yeah, it's one of those games where it's like you play for 10 minutes and you die and you start over again,
Yeah.
and you can kill a bunch of time doing it. Every run through is unique, but I still don't think it's worth the $40 that they were charging for that when it came out on Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an insane amount of money for
But
it.
it's definitely a good game that is like the last time I played it was around whenever you gave it to me as for my gift to you
Yeah.
thing, and like recently I've just been, winding down at the end of the night. Okay, I'm done playing Madden. I'm not quite ready to go to bed. Let's play this for 20 minutes.
Nice. Yeah, I obviously ever since I saw it, I was like, oh, Switch. Like that's a perfect like Switch kind of game.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I say, as far as playing Madden goes, I haven't gone back to I finished the whole long shot thing before the last podcast, which that story's. I still don't understand how people are saying it's a great story. Going through and playing like the franchise mode, I'm just playing with like one player instead of like controlling the whole team. My guy's a quarterback, and it's some of the things I've noticed that are different are like if you bump into a lineman or a running back or something as you throw, the ball will just go nowhere near where you're throwing it, which is
That makes
kind of
sense.
cool.
Yeah.
But it happened like the first couple times, and I'm like, a defender didn't touch me. Why the fuck did the ball go to the middle linebacker when I was throwing 90 yards downfield? And eventually I watch a replay. I'm like, oh, I guess that makes sense.
Or it's just Madden.
Usually the ball goes in the general area where I'm throwing it, I'm not being hit. And then as far as, Everybody's Golf I have nothing to say on that.
Yeah. I've been playing that one too, and I pretty much concur with everything you said last time. I didn't know that there were. I haven't dug that deep into it yet. Like I'm on the second row of people so far.
Oh, okay.
So like I just kind of got into it. I did the live stream. I played for like another like half hour after that, and I probably played for just another hour after that too. So I haven't gotten that much into it. I've been gone for 2 weeks of the 4 week of my 4 weeks in between, so I didn't get a ton of time to play it much. So I was. So when I was, are you done? By the way, I'm sorry. You said Okay. So like,
how dare you interrupt me?
I tried because I've been waiting to play Danganronpa 2 for a while. I've had it sitting on my Vita for a long time. Like, all right, here. I know I'm gonna be gone for a period of time. I'm gonna be in a hotel room. I got nothing better to do. Let's do this. And this second day I was down there, I booted up and I was just like, I just stared at a computer screen for 15 hours. I can't possibly read anything right now. And I tried, and it was just like
it's too much.
It's. I mean, I can start. I got that. I got the vibes that I really liked from the first game, but I can't read off a screen.
Yeah.
So I just played a lot of MLB 15. It's quick and it's fun.
See
and
ball, hit ball.
Exactly. I don't, and like I'm playing it on like one step above like beginner, so it's not like completely like punch you in the face of infuriating like baseball games usually are.
Oh yeah.
And that's perfectly fine. The only other thing that I played, I did get Uncharted Lost Legacy. I played probably I think through the first 5 or 6 chapters, which does put me after the open world thing, which is like the big kind of like everyone's talking about the open world aspect of that one level. And the way the open world works is you start off, you go into, and the open world section is just like a abandoned temple. So there's not a whole lot going on. There's not like, NPCs and things like that. It's just you go into this abandoned temple. You got 3 objectives to find. You end up finding a fourth optional objective where you're collecting things from across the map too. I didn't feel like collecting. I'm not going to get the platinum trophy. I'm not going to get the platinum trophy in this thing, so I'm not going to play it on crushing difficulty.
Right.
So I just end up doing the 3 main objectives and moved on. But I said it's Uncharted. It doesn't feel like it's a dumbed down version. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like a budget title or like an add-on or whatever. It feels like it's its own game, and for $40, like it's hard to argue with that.
Yeah.
The character interactions have been really, really, really cool. I'm just kind of getting into a big turn right now when I cut it off. So we'll see how that goes. But it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's huge, it's grandiose, it's all those things that you would attach to an Uncharted game, just minus the Drakes. So, but it's still a ton of fun, and I can't wait. That was the thing I missed, gaming wise, while I was gone. Like I wanted to get back into that because I was just getting into the interesting parts where I left.
Right.
That game's kind of been my odd man out in the rush of games that have come out here.
Yeah.
It was like that came out, and Everybody's Golf came out on the same day, and Madden came out like I think the Friday before or a week before or something, and it just sat in my car for a week, and it was like I had Everybody's Golf already. I had Madden, and like I saw, I'm like, oh, Uncharted's out. I'm like, I'm not gonna have time to play that right now, so I might as well wait and hope the price drops a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. And like I'm I don't know. I think it's like 7 hours, 8 hours. I think was the final collect on him. So like I'm probably a third of the way done on it already. But yeah, it's so far it's recommended. But like I said, I haven't had a ton of time to put my teeth in anything here over these last 4 weeks. Really.
I know before you left for your voyage there down to find the lost city of Atlantis.
Did you find it?
Parts of it.
Did you find the riches? You were like talking about like trying to pack up your PlayStation and bring it with you. Did you just opt against that 'cause you knew you wouldn't have time? Or?
Yeah, it was one of those things. I just like I didn't know I wasn't gonna have time. I had no idea what I was gonna get into when I was going down there, and it was more of a thing. It was like I knew I had to do. I didn't want to put it in my suitcase,
right?
And I didn't have a good option to carry it on because I also needed to carry on my work, like laptop and things like that. Because I had to do a little work, and I was like, I figured all this out.
I would say from what the little bit you've told me about your trip, I mean, you wouldn't have had time.
No,
to do it
I would have.
Yeah.
No,
or the time you had, you were dead.
Yeah, no,
I was just more wondering about if you had packed it up and what your experience was.
No. I put some serious thought into it. Like I remember standing because we drove home from Minnesota, and then I had to leave on this thing. So I drove 8 hours from Minnesota to home to 12 hours later to be on a flight. So I had like the luggage open, and I was like, just complete like one eye open. I was like, man, I am down to like novelty underwear and like because
All right, my Superman.
like I can't, I'm not gonna figure this out right now.
It's a hotel offer laundry service.
Yeah.
They didn't. I checked.
Bastards.
So I was just like, I'm not. I don't have the brain capacity to figure this out right now, so I just let it be. So I got a little Vita time, so that was good. What I did get out, game time I did get out of it. So, but I didn't have much of that either.
Right,
so, yeah. So basically, it was 2 weeks of just nothingness in terms of gaming. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I played.
Cool.
So, Steak's coming out next couple weeks.
A lot.
Yes, 'tis the season.
A lot.
'Tis the season to build my Black Friday list.
Yeah,
Amen.
exactly. Yeah,
I'm-
for sure.
What when Destiny?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was like Destiny 2 came out and like watching people play through it and seeing little bits of the story. Like I'm starting to get the itch that I want to play it. The story is, from what I've seen of it, it's very much there's a story this time.
Yeah.
So that has my interest, but it's one of those things. I'm like, I told Andy, I'm like, I got the itch, but I don't have time.
Yeah. My exclamation was because I forgot to say that I played Splatoon 2 as well because I got that. It is really good.
Yes.
That is a ton of fun.
Yes.
Amelia loves it too. It's easy. It's like it's that nice mix of like easy enough for her to play, but you can have like enough motions and the gun differences and to make it more challenging. But like it's you jump in, you're doing the turf war thing, you're just playing right away. And like I'm just starting to unlock like new weapons and like kind of getting an understanding of how that all plays together and works together. But man, that game is super fun.
It's awesome. It's so much fun.
Did either of you guys get Mario and Rabbids?
No.
No. That XCOM type strategy is not my style.
I've never played an XCOM game ever. I might get into that's on my Black Friday list, but I have no idea how Nintendo works with Black Friday.
Oh, that's not going to be on sale.
Well, they don't work with Black Friday.
Well, it is technically Ubisoft too, so maybe
That's
you
what
might
I'm
get that.
hoping
Yeah,
for.
we'll see.
So,
We'll see.
Like, I'm interested in it because a lot of people are high on it right now.
Oh, everyone's enjoying it that's been playing. They said it's difficult. They say it's quite difficult though.
Well, from what I've heard, like again, this is like fourth hand what I've heard, but it's like the main like go through do the main missions. That part isn't that hard, but there's like challenges in there that are super hard.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, that's on my radar for sure.
We're gonna have to figure out time to do the salmon co-op thing.
Yeah, for
it's only
sure.
certain times. I haven't had a chance to try that yet.
I need your friend number. I don't know how that works.
That's right. All right, so
But for real, I want your friend number.
for sure.
I'll put some more everybody's golf.
So Steam World Dig 2 is coming out for the Nintendo Switch September 21st. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is coming out for the Nintendo Switch September 22nd. Pokemon Gold and Silver coming out on the Virtual Console for the 3DS September 22nd. Pokken Tournament Deluxe is coming up for the Switch September 22nd. Who says the Switch has no games?
Did they really take up? I mean, outside of like the stuff that's there, I mean the Pokken Tournament. They're kind of taking up the mantle on like kind of weirdo indie games and
absolutely
stuff like that.
Because
So
it's not on my list here, but during the something we're going to talk about later, they did announce that the Golf Story is going to be sometime in September. And that looks awesome. Yeah. Another cool indie game for just for the Switch, at least right now.
I think part of it is like these indie developers are targeting the Switch, and the Switch wants games.
Yeah,
because Switch owners they're thirsty for games for their platform.
if you look at the top like downloads like on the store, you get like something in the top 5 being like I don't know what.
it's crazy shit.
Like,
It's crazy shit.
I don't know like where I'd heard it, but like the attach rate of like the top like the big Switch titles to consoles is ridiculously high. Like like Zelda, I think was bought for like 96% of all Switches.
Yep.
It was over 100% for a while because people were buying the game, even though they couldn't get a Switch, so they just had it handy.
Well, that and people were buying the collector's edition and buying the standard edition to play, and then you have the scalpers out there and
oh yeah, bastards. Project Cars 2 for PS4, Xbox One, and PC September 22nd. Raiders of the Broken Planet for PS4, Xbox One, and PC September 22nd. Batman: The Enemy Within Episode 2. PS4, Xbox One, and PC, September 26th. Blue Reflection for PS4 and PC, September 26th. Danganronpa Volume 3, Killing Harmony for PS4 and the Vita.
That's going to be my
September 26th.
My last Vita game, I've decided.
The last
really?
one. There's so much coming out for Vita.
What?
Well, there's stuff.
All kinds of stuff. There's things.
Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition for PS4, Xbox One, and PC, September 26th. Halo Wars 2 Awakening the Nightmare for Xbox One and PC, September 26th. Hob for PS4 and PC, September 26th. Raid World War 2 for PC, September 26th.
Have you seen that yet?
No.
That is from the same guys who do Payday. It's basically Payday in World War II.
So what are you stealing? Nazi gold?
I have no idea. What I just expressed to you is all I know about that game. But the announcement, like
What platforms is that on?
PC for now. It's going to announce
Just
that later.
That's unfortunate.
We'll see. We'll see it later. It's gonna be. But yeah, it's it got announced like a month ago, and it's already coming out.
Interesting.
Runer for PS4, Xbox One, and PC, September 26th. Cuphead for Xbox One and PC, September 29th.
It's got 11 days to get delayed.
FIFA 18.
I wonder how that conversation would go. If like Microsoft, look, we need like 2 more months.
Ship it broken.
No, no, we gave you 3 fucking
I
years.
think that would be their answer. Would be absolutely not.
We'll release it episodically. We'll release what you have now.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Put out what you originally had and add the platforming later.
FIFA 18 for PS4, Xbox One, Switch, PS3, Xbox 360, and PC, September 29th. Do not get it on your Switch. They've cut out like half the features. It's not like NBA, where NBA has everything that the console has and looks amazing and runs very smooth. I am this
2K,
close.
Yeah, so 2K figured it out, but EA.
But EA, of course,
do
do not want to put the effort in.
That's good news for WWF. Or
WWE,
2K.
yeah, exactly.
F.
Yes.
It's always F.
It's always
It's always Sears Tower.
That's right. It's always Comiskey Park.
Yeah.
Gundam Versus for PS4, September 29th. Total War Warhammer 2 for PC, September 29th. Battle Chasers Night War for PS4, Xbox One, PC, October 3rd. Dragon's Dogma Dark Horizon for PS4 and Xbox One, October 3rd. And Forza Motorsport 7, Xbox One and PC, October 3rd. And then just a reminder, your PlayStation Plus for September games, make sure you download these. Infamous Second Son for PS4, Strike Vector X for PS4, Truck Racer for PS3, Handball 2016 for PS3, We Are Doomed for PS Vita, cross-buy with the PS4, Had a Full Boyfriend for the PS Vita.
No excuses, everybody. It's free.
You can fuck a pigeon.
That's right.
It's 2 hours of your time. When else are you gonna have a chance to do this? And secondly, too, for the Handball 16, I was like, oh, cool. And then I thought it was gonna be cross-buy with the Vita version.
Oh, no. PS3 only.
Yeah.
Why did you take all
I'm also so I actually got a chance to watch college football on my excursion, which is the first time I've gotten to do that in a long time.
Nice.
And so I was like, I wonder how much NCAA football 14 is, because that was the last one on the
Yep.
PlayStation 3.
Yep.
It is more expensive to buy from a GameStop used and it's digitally downloaded to a PlayStation 3.
Yep.
It's only $20 to download
Yep.
to the PlayStation 3.
Oh, yeah. I miss college football
too.
so much. And then your Xbox Game of the Gold for September, Xbox One. You can download Forza 5 Gaming Racing Game of the Year Edition for until the end of the month. And then Oxenfree is now available for Xbox One through October 15th.
A really good game. Go check it out.
And then for Xbox 360, which is also playable on your Xbox One, I hope you did not miss out on Hydro Thunder because that is gone. And now you can download Battlefield 3 until the end of the month for Xbox 360. That's also playable on your Xbox One.
That's a good lineup.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. I mean, Forza is awesome to have.
I said Forza will be the one on that list to actually check out since it's supposed to be the
Yeah, I mean, I would never buy it.
gold standard in games.
What was that?
I don't know.
Crispy?
I heard a loud noise and
Cat there.
then some meowing.
I thought,
Well, go ahead and keep going. I'm going to check that out.
I thought it was a whistle.
If we hear a scream, we're gonna run the other way.
All right, so extra.
It's time for the news.
The news. Wait, we're gonna need him back here to do the Nintendo thing. Do the other one first. I
Yeah,
guess.
I got all kinds of stuff here.
Oh, you updated.
I found the other things I was
Oh,
thinking
good.
of on the car ride.
All's well.
So, while Snake takes a seat, we'll just go into this real quick. PlayerUnknown's Battleground has unseated Dota 2 for the most concurrent players on Steam.
For a game that's not even out yet, technically, that is bonkers. That is an insane number of people playing that
Their
game.
peak concurrent players was 1.35 million players.
That is nuts.
And
That's insane.
It's funny because like the day before they put out this announcement, Bungie put out like a tweet like, "We have 1.2 million concurrent players on Xbox and PlayStation." Because like, the concurrent players thing has become a big thing recently as Battlegrounds has like started climbing that list.
Right.
And I think Bungie tried doing that, like, look at us, we're better than you. And then the next day it was like, oh yeah, here you go.
Yeah, to have that number is absolutely ridiculous. And now the copycats have started coming in. The GTA was a Fortnite. Is the other one that did that?
Yeah, Fortnite did.
Fortnite is more like the normal because it's 1 versus 100, 1 versus 100, and it's like, I think GTA is you'd have the team version of it. I think how that works.
Did you see Fortnite accidentally turned on crossplay for,
Yeah,
for
I
both
did.
the consoles?
And it was glorious.
Whoops.
You know, got
It's one of
And
those
then
things, like,
Sony,
I kind of want to quote like one of the articles and tweet at Sony and be like, clearly this isn't hard.
right?
If
Exactly.
you want to steer me towards doing all my single player stuff on Xbox, keep doing this.
yeah. So
So yeah, just something interesting because that's a shit ton of players at once.
And that's
Yeah.
not even on Xbox yet.
No, that's on
That's
PC.
just
that's
PC.
on PC, which
That's insane.
historically games sell better on consoles than on PC.
Right, exactly. That's insane.
and they're still adding stuff to the game.
Oh yeah,
like
they just added a new map. They just added fog to the environment. They keep adding a weapon every couple weeks. It's one of those things. Like I hope it gets out to consoles before like the bubble bursts.
me too.
I'm actually kind of excited for that on Xbox.
I-
That might get me back into multiplayer
I
gaming.
will absolutely be buying that again and
Yeah.
playing it on Xbox.
Nice.
I guess I'll just go with the two other short ones here, and then we'll jump into the meaty one. So Nintendo's posted the storage requirements for NBA 2K18.
Yep.
So like off the bat, Nintendo said that hey, you're gonna need a micro SD card for this.
Right.
And the storage requirements according to Nintendo's website are for the initial download after the purchase, you need 6.8 gigabytes of space. For the additional software update, which is like the day one patch, you need 16.1 gigabytes of space. And then for each save file, you need 5 gigs of space.
I'm not okay. The save is ridiculous.
Yes.
Like, I mean, the other stuff is kind of how I thought some of the bigger games would be handled on the Switch.
Yes.
because the cartridge can only hold so much. So
Right.
I
I
figured
mean,
that's how that was going to go
right.
eventually.
Right.
And I think even if you buy a physical version of the game, it's something like you pop it in and you can do like the start of the career stuff.
Okay.
Yes.
Like the individual, like
Yep.
my player, whatever the hell.
Yep, you can create your player, and then you can start like the early part of it, but then that's it. You hit
Right,
like
you
a
have to do
certain
a
spot.
download.
That's it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, if you go on the Switch, if you go on the eShop, it says 22.5 gigs is the size of this.
Yeah.
And then it mentions the 5 additional gigs, but it looks like it uses some of your system memory for some of that, and
Right,
not all of
says-
it goes on your
says
SD card.
The save file has to be 5 gigs of system memory per
Okay.
save file.
Okay. So yeah.
Weird.
But you're gonna have more than one. One save file. I mean, that carries everything. And think about that. That's like all your stats and like my career. Like especially if you do the my career and stuff like that. I mean,
I understand.
when
what
you
you're
have multiple,
saying.
when you have like multiple franchises like in Madden and stuff, that stuff added up fast.
Yeah,
I
sure.
mean, like that stuff takes up. It's just because of all the stats and everything.
So I wish I would have heard about this earlier because I would have booted up my PlayStation to see how much like last year's
yeah,
version.
I was saying, I'm kind of curious. Yeah,
or 2 years ago, whatever version I got for free from PlayStation Plus.
I think it was 2K16, so yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. All I know is that like I've been watching some video and I am really impressed with how it looks and
me
how
too.
smooth it is.
It's one of those things like that and some of the other stuff we're going to talk about here in a second. I'm very curious about this because this is kind of like we're hitting like canary in the coal mine territory here for like big games and like AAA type production titles. So I'm curious to see how they're going to handle all this and how they're going to make it work and not take a huge drop off in quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I agree. And I mean, and also too, I mean, even if you have like the multiple systems, like for me personally, like if I was like super into NBA, I think I would still get it for the Switch. There's the whole point of taking my season with me on the road. You know what I mean? I can play it whenever I want.
I would love to have everybody's golf on my Switch.
Oh my god!
I mean, I'm assuming at some point the
we'll
Mario
get
Golf,
something.
Mario Golf out.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, we'll get a
man.
Mario Golf eventually, and that'll be amazing.
Yeah, bring back mini golf.
All right, so the last quick hitter I have here is According to NPD, Grand Theft Auto 5 is now the best-selling game of all time, according to revenue and tracked unit sales.
That is insanity.
Which, I'll say there's some other tidbits in here. A quote in this article. Grand Theft Auto 5 has now been on the market for 49 months, has achieved 41 top 10 chart appearances. 16 more times than any other single title in reported history.
Oh, my God.
In addition, GTA 5 is the all-time best-selling game by both revenue and units and track sales across PC, console, and portable with digital and packaged combined. So, yeah, it's kind of a big deal. I mean, they're not saying, like, individual, like, units sold. 'Cause I'm pretty sure Tetris still... Tetris and Minecraft are still crushing it. Yeah, but, like, Minecraft for the longest time would not release their, like, their exact numbers, and Tetris has been bundled free with so much stuff that...
Yeah.
It's
hard
that's where
to
the revenue
judge it.
thing is, takes over. But that's, I mean, if you hear or see the NPD reports every month, GTA is always like, it's always in the top 5.
Yeah, and
it was number 2 this past month.
And that doesn't even include like their online currency stuff that you buy, the shark cards, whatever it is they call them. Like I can't even fathom how much money that they're raking in for this thing.
People love that online shit too.
I'm extremely disappointed with GTA 5 because there was no story DLC. But I mean, I get it. I'm not happy about it, but I get it.
Yeah. But not only that, though, they do keep adding things on.
Oh yeah,
like, they added on that like weird like Hot Wheels track type stuff where you're like flying through the air on cars and
cunning stunts.
Yes, exactly.
I had to think of the words.
Say that correctly.
Number 1, I had to think of the word. Number 2, I'm not afraid of dropping a seat.
You know what's gonna happen from time to time. What are you gonna do about it? You know.
I mean, they had that. They had the heists. They had this new. Battle Royale mode that they just put out, like and that's, you don't pay for any of that stuff. Like you have to, if you want to have like new cars and gear and stuff like that, yeah, you pay for that through that if you want to do that.
Right.
But $60 gives you a shit ton of game.
Yeah.
So that's it's like almost the opposite of the games as service, where like you got to buy the extra expansion and you got to buy this extra thing. You know what I mean? It's like.
Yeah.
And that game was a great game to begin with too. Like it was a 9 or a 10 when it came out, and then they keep adding stuff on top of it. So I mean, that's why it's so. That's one of the reasons why it's so popular. And I'm hoping that someone else can even. I don't know if anyone else could even do that. To be honest,
that's one of the things. Like I hate racing games, but prior to getting my PS4 Pro, like I had reinstalled it on my old PS4 and like jumped in and did some of the cunning stunts races just because it's so different compared to everything else you see out there as far as, racing games. And it's not a racing game. It's a racing mode in this completely different game.
Yeah. It's man, that's nuts. And
it's one of those things like when Red Dead comes out, you have to think they're going to shift their focus onto Red Dead's online mode. But
they will.
They can't there's no way they'll completely abandon the GTA online mode. It's too much of a cash cow.
What they said, it's an interview somewhere someone said at some point. I know. Check your sources. But
listen, we are credentialed media.
They said that essentially that they are going to be the ones that have to pull the plug on GTA.
Oh yeah.
So
they're going to have
it would like basically perpetually stay in motion if they don't pull the plug on this thing, and they're going to have to if they want their other games to get like as much support from the community as GTA has gotten.
Right.
Which is weird. Like that's never happened. Usually games shut down over time.
It's one of those things. Like I think. Obviously, I think when Red Dead comes out, they're going to cannibalize part of that GTA Online audience. But the environments are going to have to be so different just on the basis of what the stories are in the games and the environments themselves. Yeah. That it's completely sustainable for them to keep both running for a while.
And it's not even cannibalization because it's just...
People could be playing both.
Or they're just... It's Rockstar to Rockstar. So, I mean, it's like... They're not really losing anything. They're just breaking even.
Right. I'm just saying, like from GTA's audience to, they're probably gonna lose. They're gonna lose some people from GTA into Red Dead.
Yeah, because it's just
it's the new shiny thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And then onto the big story, which Steak, I'm guessing you have notes there. You're gonna go run all this down.
Sure.
The Nintendo Direct that was held a week ago.
Yep.
All right.
I didn't even know it was happening until afterwards.
As soon as I got home, I put it up here. And I was like, all right, get my notebook.
I think it was last Tuesday or Wednesday, and I was homesick from work. I still didn't know.
So this was actually pretty big. This was actually even bigger than E3.
There was a lot going on that I did not expect.
No. So, okay.
There's definitely some stuff I didn't expect.
Yeah. So they started off with...
Anyone says I did expect some of this stuff is either an insider or a fucking liar.
Yeah. So they started with the 3DS. Of course, they kicked off with Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, showed off some new stuff, November 17th. Then they also showed off a new Pokeball-style 2DS system, which looks awesome. That's coming out November 3rd. Then they showed off the Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga remake that's coming out for the 3DS. It looks like I forgot to write the date down. I'm pretty sure that's October, though. I think October 6th.
I have no idea.
But it's a remake of the GBA game, if you've never played that one. And that's kind of where the whole Mario and Luigi all got started. Then they showed off Kirby Battle Royale coming out January 19th. That looked pretty cool. Yokai Watch 2, September 29th.
Fucking hate Yokai Watch.
I tried, man. I tried.
I know. I've never played the game.
Oh, I tried. No, I tried the demo of the game, which I was like, okay, this is okay. And then I saw the cartoons. And I'm like, okay, let's see what this is all about. Because I'm like, all right, I love the Pokemon anime too. Let's see that is like the worst anime.
It's so bad.
It's so boring.
And Amelia loves it.
Oh, it's annoying.
It's
annoying.
Bad. There's not a single redeeming quality.
No,
of that
I can't
anime.
believe it's as big as it is in Japan.
I just feel like it's just horribly localized. Like whatever they're saying in Japanese and whatever, like when they're trying to like,
It does not translate.
it does not translate at all. So it's always
not
sound.
compute.
It just the words they end up picking just don't fit what's
Yeah.
going on at all.
Yeah.
It's so bad,
Yeah.
so bad.
Oh yeah.
And she loves it so much.
We've so we'll give Artie like the iPad to whatever, watch TV or play games or whatever, and the PBS show Caillou.
Oh no!
If he starts watching that, like me and Karen fly into a panic. I'm like, he's watching it. He's watching the thing. Get it from him. Take the pen. It's just like what? I'm like the C show. Take it away.
Caillou is also awful.
I've never seen it, but she's heard from people it's awful, and I will take her word for it.
Dude.
I'm so glad I have no idea.
You're gonna learn.
Yeah.
So bad.
Then after that, they showed off Layton's Mystery Journey, where I think you get to play as Professor Layton's daughter.
That sounds right.
That's coming out October 6th.
I want a Layton game on a Switch.
Really cool. Oh, dude, that would be awesome.
You know those weird DS games like that and the Ace Attorney?
Yes.
So you talk about GTA Online and like Rockstar's gonna have to pull the plug to kill that. When's Nintendo gonna pull the fucking plug on the DS series?
Well, here's
I think they have at least a good year left.
here. We'll get to a couple of the things where
Sucks for Switch owners.
We'll get to a couple of the things that they should be switching.
I can't even talk about one of them.
So okay, well, we're getting to it. I know exactly what you're talking about. We're getting to it. So after that, they showed off Minecraft for the new 3DS systems. Right. It's out now digitally. Retail versions.
Day of the event.
Yep. So and then retail is coming out at a later date, but it only works on the new 3DS or the new 2DS systems.
Because they're going to try to get me to upgrade my 3DS that I have.
And now here's the one that should be on the Switch. That is coming out for the 3DS. Mario Party: The Top 100. It is the top 100 mini games from all 10 Mario parties coming out November 10th.
Here's my question: is it just the mini games, or is there a Mario Party worked in?
As far as I know, it's just the mini games.
Who the fuck cares?
I think it's some. I mean, there's got to be some kind of like 1-2 Switch
know.
style tracking.
I don't know.
Really?
Like they really didn't show anything besides just the mini games.
If they don't have the game board and you're not collecting stars and shit, who cares? Who's gonna buy that? Who wants to play that?
Me.
Really? You want to play the mini games? That's it.
The cool thing. I will say the cool thing about this is it does support download play. So only one person needs to own it, and you could download it to like 3 other 3DS.
I mean, I guess it depends on what it is. Like in like 1-2 Switch, like you pick like best of 7, whatever it is. And if that's something like that, then at least there's some kind of just like you're just playing games at random. And then yes, I would not be as upset about it. But I mean, I do love me some Mario Party, and it's like having like
I suck at Mario Party. I love playing it with the right group of people, but it's like. The board game aspect of it is part of what makes it good.
I totally agree, but they didn't show enough of it. But just the idea that I just would love to go back to like GameCube, all those, like all 4 I think they had on that, all 4 they had on that.
Yeah,
to any of those games.
All the 64 ones too.
Yeah,
and they're all all the graphics are updated and everything for them. And
but you still want to play me on? Maybe did they talk about Virtual Console at this thing?
Kinda.
No, they didn't.
We'll get to that. I think it's their lead. I think it's gonna be. This is their. Here's this until it's ready, kind of thing. We'll get to that. So then after that, they showed off a new trailer for Metroid: Samus Returns, which is out now. Go buy it. It's amazing. Then they showed off 4 Atlas titles. They're all coming out in this year. I think it was this year. Yeah. And then after that, Apollo Justice, which Ace Attorney, which is based upon that series. That's coming out in October. And then the last thing they showed off was Fire Emblem Warriors coming out for, I believe it's only new 3DS.
That makes
it's kind of like the
sense.
Hyrule
Right.
Warriors, where because before that they allowed it on both, but it ran like complete ass
Yeah.
on normal 3DSs, and it ran pretty decently on new 3DSs. So I'm pretty sure that's only new Nintendo 3DS, and that is on October 20th. Now let's get to the Switch. Here we go. So that's all. That was it for the 3DS. A lot more than I was expecting.
Yeah.
A lot more than I was expecting. Some of the stuff though, like this is 3DS stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like you said, it'd be nice to let's get these Laytons on the Switch and stuff like that. On the Apollo Justice, Ace Attorneys, that kind of stuff. But that has always been on the handhelds,
Right.
and it fits really well there. And those are quick, easy digital games for those companies to release.
No, I agree.
Basically. But I think the big one there is the Mario Party for sure.
Yeah,
They totally could have done that on Switch.
If that ends up,
And
being like
may
panning
still.
out to being something like more than just like randomized, like WarioWare type stuff, where
Yeah.
it's like doing games real quick, then I'll be that'll determine my level of sadness for that game not being on the Switch.
Yeah. Oh my God. Speaking of, we need a WarioWare on Switch. It's
been a long time.
Oh, that'd be great. So on Switch, we started off with quite a long thing about Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It looks amazing, and I cannot believe this, but it is coming out December 1st.
Yeah.
It is coming out this year.
Allegedly.
I can't believe it. I mean, they showed off a lot though, and
I
it
agree.
looked done. So
Yeah, that's true.
it looks pretty, very pretty. Splatoon 2. Then they were showing off a couple new maps. New umbrella shield type weapon looked pretty cool, and they just said that keep looking. We're gonna keep adding more and keep updating, which is awesome.
And they're like, I've seen enough now that I believe in their imagination. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like whatever they're gonna put out there is gonna be well thought out and fit in the world.
Oh, absolutely.
And just based on the few hours I've played, played Splatoon 2. So hey, more is better.
Yep, and I think one of the maps was a remake of from the first Splatoon. Another one is like a brand new map, which is kind of cool to do it that way. After that, they showed off Fire Emblem Warriors for the Switch. They announced a character. I keep blanking on the name right now. I'm not a big Fire Emblem person. I know it's from the GBA game. Lydia? Does that sound familiar? I don't know. It's from the GBA.
never played
You're
Fire
the wrong
Emblem.
person.
Yeah, that's another that's one of those tactic strategy type. I can't
The
get into
fact that
those
my eyes haven't
personally.
glazed over yet is kind of miracle.
That's coming out October 20th as well for the Switch, and there is a collector's edition for that if you're interested. Snipper Clips Plus was announced. Basically, it's like 30 new stages, and also you can go back to all the old stages and play. And like now, your guys are like a different kind of
I was
shapes.
say, yeah, you don't start as the same.
No,
shape
so you
every
have
time.
so it takes a little bit more thinking again. So it's
Yeah,
kind of
it's
a new
pretty
way of playing all the new ones again.
Yeah. It's they're having a retail version. It's gonna be $30.
Yep.
And if you already downloaded the original version, you can download all the new stuff for $10 more, which is
awesome.
the same
That's
price.
pretty good. That's on November 10th. Then they showed off Morphe's Law. It's a team-based shooter where you're trying to build your avatar, and the biggest avatar at the end wins. It's like it's a Switch first exclusive.
Everyone told me size didn't matter.
Looks kind of interesting. It's coming out in the winter.
Is that the one where it's like if I shoot you in the arm, my arm gets bigger?
Yes.
That one is pretty neat.
Yeah, because
it's like,
that's how you grow
aim
the
for the dick.
avatar. Yeah.
Aim for the dick.
I'm the real
Every
winner
time.
here. It's a cool way to balance it though too, because like if I shoot you like in the arm, my arm gets bigger, your arm gets smaller.
Yeah.
So like this, you get smaller and get harder to hit. And it's like a really cool way to balance it.
It's interesting.
Do your limbs ever disappear?
I don't think so.
I don't
Like,
think, I don't think
if I just
so.
keep aiming for the leg.
Yeah, no, I don't
Just
think
nipple
so.
around.
Yeah.
Doing like the curly shuffle.
That'd be hilarious. And then after that, they went into some Rocket League, showing off the Mario, Luigi, and Samus cars. The Samus car looks awesome. And then also some special boosts for them.
Their cars, are they like just newly designed cars that incorporate like a Mario or Luigi theme?
The Mario and Luigi both have like the hats on them, and then the
they
Samus is her ship.
What they should have done is they should have thrown Mario Kart cars in there.
I'm surprised
Oh,
they
that
didn't. I
would've
thought
been
that was
cool.
like a no-brainer.
That would have been cool.
And it still might too.
Yeah, they could. But all that stuff you have to unlock by playing the game. You don't get it right away.
No, cool.
So it gives you kind of an incentive to kind of
It's
dig
like
in.
probably
and
all the
everything.
rest of the unlocks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They still don't have a release date, just holiday, so still be before the end of the year. Then they showed off Arena of Valor, A game that no one gives a fuck about
Snake
because
wants to play this one.
it's a MOBA.
But it has Batman in it. Just saying.
It's a MOBA being ported from mobile.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God,
Honestly, though, I'll give
I hear a gift for Steve.
Yeah, hell no, absolutely not. I mean, if you're a MOBA player, it looked like it looked like any other MOBA that I've seen before, so you probably would enjoy it. Honestly, there's a free beta coming this winter. Then we get into some interesting things. So first of all, they showed off a little bit more Skyrim.
The MOBA was the interesting thing.
Oh yeah, sorry. They showed off Skyrim a little bit more. They announced November 17th for Skyrim. And then
had that been announced previously?
Not the date.
It said this year.
It said this year, but not the date. So that was the first time November 17th is.
Yeah.
And I believe that is the exact same day as the VR version on PS4.
Okay.
I feel like something else is coming out that day too.
There's a lot coming on around that time. Oh, I think Star Wars Battlefront 2.
I think you're
It's
right.
the same day. And
How do you guys remember this shit?
I don't know. Don't ask.
Ask me
Is it one of those things that is just like
it's just there.
stupid, useless knowledge that sticks?
Pretty much. It's just six.
Sorry,
It's
I'm
just
like-
there.
Ask me any of my teachers in grammar school. I don't know a single one of their names, but I remember this stupid.
Yeah.
I could pull a couple of teachers. names.
And then these were the two big announcements. Doom and Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, are both coming to the Switch. Doom is coming this holiday.
That's bonkers.
And then Wolfenstein 2 is going to be 2018.
Yeah, so that's when I was talking about the canary in the coal mine stuff. These are the other games I was talking about. I gotta see how they pull off Doom because
This is awesome.
Doom is a 55 gig download on PS4.
Yeah.
I know. And they were showing like side by side comparisons of the two, and they're not. I mean, there's a visible drop off between them. Do what you would expect.
For sure.
It's not like you're like
You're not going back to 8-bit or PC.
Right, it's not like
Doom
the
original.
Resident.
Right.
It's not like the Game Boy Advance version of Resident Evil. Like there is like it's like a little bit. The shades are different. There's not as much detail on the in-game characters and things like that. But like outside of that, like it looked like Doom. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm excited. I am super pumped.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
I am.
Oh, me
Because
too.
that's-
Me too.
I've since they announced the Switch, and I expressed my disappointment with them many times. I've always said I want it to be a game where you can take these big AAA titles on the road with you and play them, and keep your save, and plug it into the TV, and then you can play it there. And I'm really curious about how both these games are going to turn out.
There was Doom. I don't think it was on the. Is the Rockstar announcement, was that on there or no? That was separate.
that
Yes,
separate.
no, it's coming.
That was
It's
coming?
coming.
Okay.
It's coming, though. It was also included in this as well.
Okay, I'll save my thoughts for that. But yeah, I think you're right though in terms of just being like, can these games? I mean, the Doom is what, a year old now?
I think it'll be
Doom's a little
almost
over 2 years.
holiday.
We
By the holiday, yeah.
we talked about it for like Game of the Year last year. It was in like.
Oh,
the
that's right, we did. So it was very early.
I want
Last
to say it was like it was first quarter.
It was like
Okay.
it was like February or something. It was early.
It's gonna be like almost 2 years by the time this
Yeah.
one comes out. I'm very interested to see if it can run that level of game now.
right.
But we'll see.
I mean, just having
But as like I say, just knowing the install size of that thing on my PlayStation, that's how you guys are going to pull this
Yeah,
off.
and
having Doom on the go though, like that. I mean, like that game. Like I am totally gonna rebuy it. I will.
that sounds like a recipe for motion sickness.
I think that's
amazingness.
like well, the VR ones for sure.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that is like almost a. You talk about
your
like
catch try to ambush me.
Yeah, it's all right.
you talk about like the canary in the coal mine, but I also think that could show for. So Bethesda has been working on Skyrim for a while, right? That was part of the original like.
That was
whatever
like
it
the
is.
original.
Oh yeah,
So-
when they first showed it off and everything.
So if they're that comfortable enough to put like a more premier titles on it, is it because it is just a good working relationship with Nintendo? Is it because the Switch is easier to work on? Have they figured out the porting situation?
See, I think
You
that's
know,
what I think
like-
they figured out how to scale it. Because like if you look at it, I mean, consoles nowadays like they're more like PCs.
Yes.
So basically, okay, Switch.
Right,
You know what I
and-
mean?
and,
Like, so you still get the full experience. You just get it on low graphical instead of medium to
But
high.
then you're also taking the screen from this
like-
big to
Well,
this big,
and well, that's the thing, because like with NBA 2K, everyone's saying don't get us wrong, it runs pretty good docked on 1080p on your TV. It runs amazing in handheld mode though, super smooth.
And that's something that I hope Nintendo figures out at some point, because it was a problem when the Switch launched. It sounds like it's still an issue, not as big of a problem, but for some reason there's something that doesn't quite connect properly in the systems when you're playing on a TV.
Right.
It seems like playing on a TV causes problems.
Yeah.
which that takes away a lot of the appeal of that system for me. If I have the option of sitting there and playing a game on my 55-inch TV or playing in my handheld at home, I'm going to want to play on my TV. I paid good money for the fucking thing. I want to use it.
See, I play handheld like all the time.
I'm like 98% of the time I've spent on my Switch has been in handheld.
Yeah,
mode. Like
absolutely.
I play a little bit of Zelda on the big screen just to do it.
Yeah.
And
I did a little bit like the first like couple days I had it.
and
Mario
Kart 2, I take that back. I played a couple rounds of Mario Kart on the big
Oh,
screen.
I think the first night I had Splatoon 2 as well. I did it on the big screen. But other than that, I've been playing everything on the handheld mode.
Me too.
So then after that,
I missed you.
Lower.
after that,
I miss you.
they showed up. I guess a new update for Flip Wars, whatever.
What the hell is Flip
I don't know,
Wars?
some indie game.
Is it like you play Flippy Cup?
No, unfortunately, no, it's not that good.
I can't even picture that game.
So then after that, they showed off basically what they're giving us until Virtual Console is ready, and that is the arcade archives with versus Mario Brothers coming September 27th, followed by versus Balloon Fight versus Ice Climbers. What was the other two?
Punch Out.
Yep, versus Punch Out and one other.
Versus Punch Out.
Punch Out was an arcade game too.
Those are arcade games.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a versus mode in it.
Yeah. So those are coming to the Switch. Like Mario Brothers is starting September 27th. That's kind of our here's some cool things until we're ready to announce Virtual Console, which won't be ready till fall of next year.
They don't really expect 35-year-old games to tide people over, do they?
I think it's whenever they're going to have the direct talking about, because the online thing is happening next year, right? That's all they said though. They don't know when next year, right? I don't know. At that point, I think that's going to be like the full unveil of all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Oh, something else news related that sorry to cut you off there.
Yeah, no good.
Some people like hacked the source code on the Switch and found the original NES Golf.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
Apparently, it's embedded in the system.
You can't use it and play it at all, but
Right.
it's in there.
It's in there. That's hilarious.
It's basically, which means that there's an NES emulator on board of the Switch already.
It's ready to go.
So
And
apparently
then,
it's ready to go.
and then after that, they showed off the new Zelda Guardian amiibos. Those are coming out November 10th. No word on the DLC though, the story-based DLC
That's a
at
good
all.
point. I completely didn't even think about that.
Which is quite interesting, considering those amiibos are coming out November 10th. I figured those would have came out like right around the same time.
Yeah, what are they gonna do? What, just on a shelf?
There could be just another direct that shows off just that. Who
sure,
knows?
too.
Because
It's like we're doing. It's like we're doing a direct.
Yeah,
in
we'll
2
do whatever we
days.
want.
All right.
Good for you guys. So then after that, they showed off NBA 2K18, which is out now digitally. It's October 17th in physical. WWE 2K18, they just said it's coming. They didn't even show anything. They just said it's coming.
Yeah, you'll get it eventually.
Yep.
When does the actual game? When does the game come out?
They haven't said for...
I'm not for that. But just
No,
like in
for other
general.
systems.
Oh, their system's October something.
Okay.
Yeah, October 17th, I think.
Okay.
FIFA 2018, they showed off a little bit, September 29th. Pokken Tournament, September 22nd. And then they went into a big thing showing off a lot of Project Octopath Traveler, which they announced is coming 2018. And there's a free demo to download right now on your Switch.
And we both played it.
Yes.
You were the guy.
I played as the male.
I was a lady.
He was a lady.
I was.
Fitting.
But it was
Awesome.
yeah, it's really good.
Awesome. I played that on the TV too.
Yeah.
I had a guy because like it looks great on the handheld. I was like, I'm curious what this looks like on the big screen. Even because with the 2D like sprite style and everything, I'm like, well, let me see how this looks. It looked awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely old school Final Fantasy with the turn. It's turn based.
Yeah.
It feels
Yep.
just like that. I like this. The story was from what I saw was cool so far. I really didn't have any. After I did the demo, I got an email about a survey.
Yeah, me too.
And it was like, what are the positives? What are the negatives? And like positives, like music was awesome.
Yeah.
The gameplay was awesome. Like the art was awesome. Negatives, like
I really didn't have any negatives, honestly.
I thought the bad guy in the girls in Primrose, her version of it was just like it was very just like stereotypical fat guy. Like it was like I was just like I felt that was a little weird. And some of the voice acting was a little bit weird, but most of it was really good. Like, especially the main character.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah.
She was awesome.
Oh, he was awesome.
Yeah?
In the guy version, he was really good. Yeah.
Play the guy.
But yeah, I thought that game was fantastic. I cannot wait. It's from the people that made the Bravely Default on 3DS. So the turn-based, it's also got like a boost system that kind of reminds me of the Bravely system. And it's really cool. I cannot wait for that game. That game, I was already kind of excited when they first showed. I was like, "Oh, this is kind of interesting."
And then you heard the stupid name.
And then the name just made me laugh. And it looks like, even though it still says working title in parentheses at the bottom, I think they're going to stick with that title.
If it makes enough buzz, I wouldn't be completely surprised if they do keep it. Just because...
You know what? I should have put that as my negative. The fact that this is still a working title. Just make it the damn title.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's 8 travelers.
It's hilarious.
An Octopath.
At this point, they put on a demo with this name. Can they really go in and change the name and not fuck themselves?
Well, I was saying, people might not know what it is then.
And, I mean, the people who are watching this thing and downloading that game are going to be the same people who are going to know that it's the same game, I think.
But what I was actually kind of surprised, there is a retail release and it's $60. So this must be a really big game. Like, it's not, I thought originally it was just going to be like a $20, $25 like digital like RPG, but no, there's an actual retail for this game.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Then after that, they showed off ARMS. They announced a new stage and fighter, which was available right when the direct was over. And then after that, they announced Dragon Quest Builders coming on spring 2018, which is awesome. Very cool. Although the only downfall to that is that's right around the same time Builders 2 is coming out.
Oh, is it?
For PS4 and Vita.
Oh, well.
So it'll be one behind, but it's so cool that it's coming.
Yeah. See more stuff on Vita.
Are you sure it's coming on Vita? I thought it wasn't.
No?
I don't think it is.
I'll have to check. I'm not sure. PS4 for sure, though.
I'm on it. You guys keep
Thank you. Good
All
work.
right. And then they showed off Kirby Star Allies, which is kind of a really cool co-op Kirby game that's coming in spring 2018. Then they had a little montage of the Nindies that they showed off at the last direct, and some release dates. After we got the Golf Story September release date, which I'm really cool. Looks really cool. I'm excited about.
PS4 and
just
Switch.
PS4 and Switch. Okay.
See? It's dead.
Fine.
And you killed it.
Yes,
Yeah, way
it's
to go,
my
Mike.
fault.
Way to go.
My fault. I'm still buying games digitally.
Yeah. Then they showed off a little bit of Lost Fear, which is coming out January 23rd, which is a spiritual successor to I Am Setsuna. Looks awesome.
Okay.
Sonic. They show off some Sonic Forces, which is coming November 7th, which actually looks kind of promising.
They're one for. It's on my Switch right now. I have 5 games. 5 games. 2 of them are from Sega, which is weird.
Right.
What would 8-year-old you say?
8 he would be calling me names right now.
Yeah. And then they showed off and announced Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2, November 28th, which is awesome.
Yeah, very cool.
Then they announced LA Noire is coming November 14th.
I love that game. I know it's one of those kind of like you either loved it or you hated it type of thing, but I really enjoyed that game, and it's gonna have all the DLC, reworked graphics, and it's gonna be on PS4 and Xbox and all that stuff too.
And Switch is gonna have like its own motion controls and touchscreen aspects too, which is kind of cool.
I think that's just it's a neat get. Like it's another. The point I was gonna make a minute ago when I referenced this game, it was. That's a lot of like very mature games.
Oh, absolutely,
like, LA Noire is like
you shoot
about
some fuckers.
As mature as it gets, like really.
Yeah.
In terms of like in terms
you
of
shoot
like
some fuckers. There's arson.
There's all kinds of stuff. Like the Black Dahlia murders basically in that, and like people are getting torn apart. And I don't know if you remember that game or not, but it's just like when you're investigating the body, this is like before they really had like forensic evidence and things like that. Like you're taking your hand on the girl's face and like turning it and looking around, and like it's pretty gruesome.
See, I remember. I did enjoy the game. I thought it was a cool idea, cool concepts and everything. But then I remember just getting to a point where I was like, all right, this is really boring. So I don't think, and I think I never got past that.
I was trying to 3 or 5, whatever the highest stars on everything. I was trying to do 5 on everything. That's how much I like that game.
I hit a point in that game where there's an arson case, and I couldn't find the clues, and I was like, fuck this.
Well, it also kind of concerns me about that game, though.
Everything's burnt. What the fuck am I looking for?
It's coming out November 14th, and they didn't have a video, screenshot, or anything for it. So that's kind of weird, I thought.
It's
that soon.
It's a Rockstar remaster, which is the first one they've ever done. So it's just like, I don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
So it might be like the Rockstar thing where like this game's already done. We're just waiting for a month to release it.
Yeah.
Who the hell knows?
But I just don't think it's weird you wouldn't even like show off like any gameplay or anything like that on the Switch.
I agree.
And then after that was the big finale, which was just more Super Mario Odyssey.
Mario's nipples.
Mario's got nipples.
That's
we
true.
saw him. People are going to be cosplaying as Mario with nipples constantly now.
I'm more concerned, like, why...
Can you milk Mario?
You got nipples. I'm more
Got
concerned...
nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
I just don't know why he doesn't have chest hair. because
with that mustache.
Oh, right.
he's an
lineage.
Italian,
That's true.
chubby guy.
That's true.
Listen,
Well, he's not a plumber anymore.
Peach likes
Oh,
He's
yeah.
no longer a plumber.
Well, he hasn't shown up for like plumbing work in like 30 years. So yeah, of course he's not a plumber anymore.
when
The union let him go.
When you,
He's not an active member anymore. So
listen, Peach likes him hairless. Okay.
I said if he's having it like laser removed, good for him. He's keeping up his body
Hey,
and
those
whatever.
golden coins are worth something. Man.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
He's just having one of the fire piranha plants that sends his chest hair off him.
Yeah. But that game's just going to be amazing.
I've gone radio silent on it. I heard about the nipples through the internet because they're everywhere.
They showed off quite a bit more, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, I
don't watch
I'm
what
out.
they
They
showed
showed off
off.
Dong.
They showed off a good amount. They showed off a good amount.
Dawn confirmed.
Yeah.
Mario's a dog.
But just confirmation is just to remind everyone, it's coming out October 27th. And they did announce a hardware bundle that includes it with red Joy-Cons, a red carrying case, which looks really, really nice. But it is the digital version of the game.
Where can I get me some Luigi Joy-Cons?
Remember. Oh, I'm sure that's coming.
On clearance in Kmart in about 3 years.
Yeah.
Poor Luigi.
Yeah, but so that was the 45-minute direct, which was
It's a lot. I think we talked 45 minutes right
yeah,
now on this.
The E3 was only a half hour, and that was
Well, Nintendo's always prefer to do their own thing as far
for
as
sure.
announcements like that.
for sure. But that was massive, and that was insane. So
Yeah, that's a ton.
good stuff,
Yeah,
stuff,
and-
and I'm excited for the Switch. I think Nintendo's on the right path. I understand, they do need to start getting day to day with these games coming out. Like Wolfenstein 2 coming out next year is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
I think it would have done better if it came out the same time as the modern consoles. But like Doom, that's something that's a little older, but Doom was so awesome that I'm like, you know what? I will totally get that again.
I just want to see
on
how,
Switch.
like Art said, I just want
Curious.
to see how it runs.
Yeah.
And if it
Like,
runs
I'm
well,
not
like,
being. I'm past the point of like pessimism or cautiously optimistic. I'm just curious about this stuff.
And if Doom runs well, every other third party has absolutely no excuse to not support the
Well,
Switch.
you have to think. So like, it seems like Bethesda's like the first third party to really get in there with putting their stuff on the Switch.
and they're some of the biggest
You got
stuff.
you
they
got
have,
to
too.
think they got people from Nintendo like sitting there with their developers, being like, "All right,
Oh, sure.
here's some corners you can cut that'll work better on our hardware."
Oh, absolutely. But the thing is, it's like these are also like some of the biggest games out there that are
yeah.
coming to the Switch, which is insane.
and extraordinarily mature.
Yes.
Like not
Oh,
even
yeah.
just like
Oh,
kind
God,
of
yeah.
mature.
Yeah.
Like Doom is
Oh,
crazy.
Doom is hardcore mature.
To put a game with Nazis on a Nintendo product.
Nazis,
yeah.
gore, sex,
Yeah.
nudity, all that's in Doom. So I mean, in Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
I imagine it's gonna be in the next one too.
Oh, yeah.
So I just like, man, like that was what really shocked more than anything else. And Nintendo is kind of like breaking that like conservative nature, on the consoles.
Question: do you guys know, are those games, are those U.S. releases or are those worldwide Switch releases?
No idea.
They didn't.
Because
I don't remember
Japanese
what they
culture
said.
is much more conservative than
Yeah,
American culture.
I would assume that's. Oh no! Didn't they say the Americas and Europe?
I really.
I
don't
think
remember.
that was the. I think that was. There was a couple games that they said North America and Europe. They did not say Japan. And those, if any, it would probably be those if that was
Yeah.
it. Although, well, I don't know about Wolfenstein though, because they're not going to release Wolfenstein. I don't think in Europe, right? Or they'll have to modify it for the Nazis.
fine.
I thought the whole
I don't
thing
think
with the
Wolfenstein
Nazis.
can come out in Germany.
No, that's it. Just Germany, right?
No Nazi imagery. It's,
Okay.
it's illegal in Germany.
Right. Okay,
Interesting.
Like, I think Wolfenstein in general is like banned in Germany.
that makes sense.
They just pretend like the 20s never happened.
Yeah.
But I don't, man, it's exciting. Like honestly, like, and there's still a lot that we don't know about the system. Like there's still, like at some point they're gonna start updating the UI and putting apps.
We're
on
still in
it
the
and,
first
like-
year.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
no,
for
I'm sorry.
real.
6 months. We're 6 months in.
That's nuts, man. And I said, and this is still, like you said, it's still a young console. They're still gonna be they still need to figure out the whole like online infrastructure of it. Playing Splatoon 2, I have no, like I played it like mostly online. I have no need to talk to anybody else in that thing. Like it, honestly, like
It's
I couldn't-
perfect. Actually, that's why I can play it because I don't
Yeah.
feel like I have to talk to
I
anyone else
couldn't
while
even
playing
imagine
it.
what I would say to other people. Like you paint
Maybe
the
the-
ground where your color isn't
I was
there.
thinking maybe the rank stuff because I haven't really played any of the
know,
rank
like-
stuff yet. I've only done the turf war, which is because that's just a lot of fun in itself. I don't need to do the rank stuff.
Yeah, I do-
But
I
that
do
stuff,
turf war
maybe I
too.
can see you want to work more as a team, but who cares?
I don't know. But that's not. I mean, that's the point is that they're. I mean, that part of it is just completely fucked. So like, and there's still so much more that we don't even know, and the stuff we do know is super exciting.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's just more to add on to it, and justify the purchase, and they are everywhere now. I don't know if you've noticed, but Switches are everywhere. Mm-hmm. So it's a good time. It's a good time to get into it.
That's part of the reason. Like when I said, like one of the things I was going to say, buy 3DS and start putting stuff on Switch. It's not that hard to find a Switch now. Mm-hmm. So they're past the point of where they had the supply issues. I mean, they're going to have supply issues probably again around the holidays.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be sold out everywhere.
But it's not just this. It's not just like you can get your hands on a Switch. It's how many people already have their hands on a 3DS.
Right.
So I mean that install base is massive.
Right.
So I mean if they can still make those dollars there, then they're going to. And, and those are people who play late in Ace Attorney.
They should at least be doing like Switch and 3DS.
I totally agree.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Or even like partner titles where it's not the same exact one or however that would work.
Yeah.
You know, like they've done that before with different titles and with different Nintendo systems.
I have a feeling all the Ace Attorneys and Professor Layton's, all that stuff will come to Switch next year.
And I think
that's
I'm hoping that's what the
gonna be a
virtual
big
console
next
is.
thing.
I hope that's what the virtual console is. Where they have that's like the backlog of that stuff to move those people from here onto the Switch, and then the new stuff ends up showing up on there.
Other news item I thought of.
Shoot.
It's Nintendo related, so it's fine. Nintendo announced that they are going to ship more SNES Classics by the end of 2017 than were ever released of the NES Classic.
Yep.
They also announced that they are going to re-release the NES Classic in 2018.
And they're going to be selling SNES Classics past this year, because that was the original plan, too. Good news, everyone.
Yeah, thank God. Like you said, Nintendo finally likes money.
Yeah, they finally realized money's a good thing.
And Reggie...
So I've never even said this on this podcast. I don't think I ever told you guys this. As much as I shit on Nintendo, I own Nintendo stock.
Really?
Oh,
yes.
awesome. Oh, okay.
Yo, now all the opinions are out there now. This is an ethics problem now.
Yeah, it's an ethics
Is
problem.
this why we're whitelisted? Is this why Nintendo won't give me free
It's
shit?
a conflict of interest. Sorry.
Damn it.
So as someone who owns Nintendo stock, they like money.
Well,
Nintendo, you never heard that.
Reggie said that don't spend more than $80 on an SNES Classic. So he feels like it's confident enough that if you want one, you can be able to go into a store. He
went out there and said, like, don't go to third-party resellers. Don't pay more than retail.
Because everyone's freaking out because of the way the whole pre-order thing went. But I was hoping it was just the pre-order crap. Like, you know what I mean? It was like no store. Just basically the stores did not want to overtake pre-orders. To not have like, okay, now we can't fulfill these, and everyone's gonna get mad.
Yeah, well, he better deliver now, because when you put that out there, like you gotta have them out there now.
So. I agree.
All right, time for the
topic time.
All right, this is your topic. Go ahead and introduce it.
So, where we at? Because we're very, very original people. I ripped this topic from another podcast that ripped it from another podcast. I just thought it was a great topic, so I figured
and it keeps getting,
we got to talk about
it. And
it
keeps
going down the rabbit hole.
Keeps getting better and better. Every time someone rips it off, keeps getting better and better.
So basically the topic is you can bring back an old video game franchise, but you have to eliminate a current video game franchise. And the catch is the franchise you eliminate has to be something that you like. So I can't sit here and say, we're getting rid of Zelda.
Right. So, and we're saying like all the previous, like, if you said Zelda, all the previous Zelda games would still exist, but no new ones would be made.
Right, you're killing the future development of the franchise.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this before we get into this. Zelda did cross my mind, because I feel like I've played like the best versions of Zelda, but that's not mine. So, I feel like you should kick it off because it's your topic.
So the easy one for me was which franchise to kill off. And it's not necessarily because of a game. It's because of a business reason, not a game-related reason.
It hurts his Nintendo stock.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes to.
Nothing to do with Nintendo. Yeah, they're fucking my bottom line. I would get rid of Madden.
That crossed my mind too.
Because I hate the fact that they have the exclusive NFL license.
Yep. I'm with you.
And I think that stifles innovation in football games, especially seeing as how there's no college game anymore.
Mm-hmm. Can we just add NHL to that too?
Also crossed my mind.
They don't have the exclusive license for NHL though.
No, but they're the only ones that do make it right now.
Right,
and it's
2K
stopped
stopped making it.
Which
NHL,
garbage.
I mean, the EA franchise was better, but the EA hasn't done shit with hockey in
it's the exact same
past
game.
5 years. But yeah, that would be my reason for getting rid of Madden. My hope would be that now, obviously, they're saying, okay, they're going to get rid of Madden. They're going to put out John Gruden football and buy up the license. I would want there to be other, an open license again for the NFL.
Yeah.
Like back in the Super Nintendo days, where they had like 3 or 4 different versions.
Right.
Of
Quarterback Club
Yeah,
and
dude.
Game Day and all that stuff.
Miss Quarterback
Oh,
Club.
great. Bring back Quarterback Club. Remember the challenges?
Oh, yeah, that's
the
why I
skills
love that.
competition? That was awesome. Dan Marino.
I would
Warren
run
Moon?
Quarterback Club, and I would just do the skills competition. I would
Yeah.
not
Me
play
too.
the game.
Warren Moon every time.
Yeah, because you had the running
His speed.
competition.
Cheater.
You're damn right.
As far as a franchise I would bring back, that is a lot harder, actually.
Well, you want to go through all the
Yeah,
ones
yeah,
we get rid of, and then
yeah,
we can come back to you, and then we
Let's
can
do that. Give me
whichever
some
way.
more time to think here.
All right. I have like a design doc on the game I'm going to bring back, so I'm ready to go. But so the one I would get rid of, and I said I went through a lot in my head. Like I thought it'd be a cop out to do like Call of Duty, because I do play that game every single year, but it's not like it's like a easy thing to hate on or get rid of or whatever. I thought of Zelda for the reason I already explained. I thought of Madden. What I landed on, and it's like blasphemous for me and for you,
Uh-oh.
the Mortal Kombat.
No.
I can't, for a couple reasons. One, I can't envision a way where it would be better than it's been in the last couple.
I hear you. No, these last couple have just been so good.
Right, and they've been really, really good. And like, if those were the ones that they ended on, I would be okay with it, because it's not like I'm not like super into the story and things like that. So I don't want to find out what happens next. Like, I really don't care. I just want to
Love
rip.
the lore.
I do too, and like I love the gameplay. I love the fighting.
I got my one to bring back.
Okay. And like I just I would be sad it would be gone, but it wouldn't be like I feel like the versions we had now are like the definitive versions of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear you. But I mean, but look what they're doing. I mean, like Injustice was awesome, and then Injustice 2 came out. I was like, holy crap!
I know.
Mortal
And
Kombat 9 was awesome, and then Mortal Kombat 10 came out. I was like, holy crap!
And that's
So,
why,
but I see where you're coming
hard.
from, though. Oh, absolutely. No, absolutely. Yeah, I got you.
He's not happy with your answer.
That'd be rough.
I'm not happy with
I
my,
got
I'm not
you.
happy with
No,
my
I got
answer
you. I
either,
got
to be completely honest.
For me, what I would eliminate is the Star Ocean series. Really enjoy these games. I love the whole sci-fi RPG aspect. Like, I mean, everyone has like their Mass Effect, but I don't like Mass Effect. I don't like that style. This is more just like a old school action RPG with, sci-fi story and everything like that. Like the last one, just like it looked good at the beginning, and then like it just kind of like got everyone's hope. Like it was one of those things where like it was like, okay, like we haven't had a Star Ocean game for a while. Like, you're bringing it back. This is great. The other ones were a lot of fun, and last one was just such a huge disappointment now, where it was just like, okay, maybe it's time that this just disappears. Unfortunately, like I mean, because like I said, the other ones are great. They're a lot of fun. If you ever get a chance to play them, I mean, they're long games and everything, but they're so cool. But I think it's time. I think it's ran its course, kind of thing. It's time to just move on and bring back another RPG series, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
So you said you got it now, right?
I do, and I come up with like 2 other ones I'd want to do too. So the first one that came to mind was the AKI wrestling games.
Oh, yeah.
Put out a new one, gussy up the graphics. You don't even have to put like WWE roster on there. Put like old guys, or just put like do like they did with the new Fire Pro game. Just put 10 generic characters and put a fucking creative character mode in there.
The community will take care of their
Oh yeah, that's
They'll make the full roster.
yeah. Oh, my God.
that I was, I don't know why, but recently I've been thinking about those games. I'm like, I should get my USB N64 controller and bust out the emulator on my computer. I just forgot the other ones I'd thought of.
Well,
They'll pop back in there.
all right. So mine, I would bring back, and I think it'd be a perfect time for it right now, because
Thought of them again.
go ahead.
The THQ UFC games,
Oh yeah,
because the EA ones suck ass.
yeah, they do.
The THQ ones, like the submission stuff was frustrating, but the striking was great. Like just grappling on the ground was great, and punching and stuff. But EA has just made a disaster out of the UFC license.
Yeah, I agree.
And in a similar vein, I would bring back Knockout Kings or Fight Night, one of those games.
A boxing game.
Yeah.
Because there's none.
Yeah.
Right now.
Precisely.
Well, that last one did not sell very well.
Well, it was like weird. Like, well, they sold it like in 2 parts. Like it was either like the story mode, and they had like this regular, like the full mode.
Was that
online.
was that Fight Night Champions or something?
It was Fight Night something.
Yeah.
Fight Night something. I can't
There was
remember.
one of the last Fight Night games they put out. Like I either got the demo and played it and didn't like it, or something else. But it was like flash knockouts happened way too easy.
Yeah.
It was like they like ramped all that stuff up like to be arcadey.
Yeah.
Which was never the appeal of that game. It was
Right.
that you could sit there and box someone for 10 rounds and work the jab and fight strategically, and then they like tried arcading the last one out and making it more exciting. And I was like, nah, I'm done.
Oh, bring back Ready to Rumble. From the
If we can do
Dreamcast.
arcade, we can do arcade.
Those are-
like, do
yeah, we're gonna do
arcade.
arcade. Let's do our Q arcade then.
Right.
That was awesome.
All right, I would bring back Siphon Filter because I think it'd be perfect timing because Uncharted's winding down, right? A new third-person semi-shooter, but like make it very like espionage, spy, and like recon heavy. I thought it'd be super. I don't think it'd be called just straight Siphon Filter either. I think a lot of people have no idea what the hell that is. So I think it'd be like something : Siphon Filter, like whatever it would be, and like kind of start like that. That would end up being whatever it is before the colon would end up being the new franchise.
Right.
I think it'd be cool if you had to do like the very Mission Impossible style, like do the reconnaissance, do like the work before your mission to kind of get it going. Like you would go into like an office building. You're like, all right, we can cut the cameras for 15 minutes. You're trying to get intel on a CEO. Because you're going to, well, I don't even know. What doesn't make a difference. CEOs, you're probably going to be one of the corner offices. So you go in there and it's procedurally generated that one of those 4 corner offices is going to be the one you need to get to.
Right.
So it's going to be different every single time you go in there. Then when you go into the office, like your objective is to find where he's going to be the next couple of days and find some different things about him. So like you're looking through the room and the files could be in different places, and then you gather your intel. However you gather your intel would determine how well you do in your mission, but also how. Like, say if I turn the computer, but forget to turn it off. Say I open a file cabinet, forget to close it. Like, those would be like triggers.
Say you don't put the gloves on?
Right. Oh, that'd be like triggers of being like, that might would heighten the person's security you're trying to get on.
Yeah.
Or so if you do a really good job and you clean everything up and no one knows you're there, you find all the stuff you need, you can, kidnap the CEO without a problem. Or you can he can invite you onto his boat, and the boat ends up being a trap because he knew you were coming because you left all this stuff all over the place. And then you can have like branching past that way. You can have different conversations, and like you can have different conversations in terms of based off the things you find in his room to either gain his trust or try to get him to turn on somebody else, wherever your mission is. So I think that would be something because it's completely unique. There is no really like spy espionage game like that, and that can also have the action heavy aspects too. If you're kind of like when like Hitman goes awry. Like if Hitman goes awry, then you're starting to shooting up. Or if you have to do a really shit job of recon, well, I'm just going to go in guns a-blazing because I have no other plan. Or because they caught you in a trap because you were messy on the recon aspect of it.
That's what you're describing like is a very much more stealthy, more like detailed, more like in depth in the prep stuff version of like the heist in GTA single player.
Oh yeah, really?
Did you ever play through GTA 5 single player? No. So the heist in that game, it was like before every heist, there was you had to choose how you're going to do it. You can either do like the stealth mode or like the guns blazing mode.
Okay.
And that basically determined what you needed to do to prep for the heist. And so like say you do stealth, you have to sneak into a building and whatever, steal a key card off somebody without being seen, or take pictures of the building, get the security system down, find a vent on the roof to throw knockout gas in when you go in and rob the jewelry store. Yeah, patent pending. I'd buy that game.
and it's like and it would be different every time you play it too, because like you have the different conversations, you can find different things, and you can find different things in the guy's office. But it could be I'm just scouting this location, like it's we're gonna not us to rob this train because you're spies, but like there is some intel on this train I need to get to. Like how would I get to there?
Right.
And you can have guns, you can have trains, you can have planes, you can have all kind like helicopters. Like it is really just endless possibilities on this, and the whole thing revolves around the siphon filter virus, and from there, so you can kind of still keep that going. Just have a really kick-ass bad guy in there, and you're good to go, man. Like you're ready to rock and roll. So
yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be cool to bring bring back an old franchise.
And like I said,
yeah.
you can.
I mean, some of those games were. I mean, PS1 ones were really good.
The PSP games were really
The
good.
PSP ones were awesome. Those were really good. That'd be cool. So for me, what I would bring back is I would bring back Legend of Dragoon. It's an RPG that, I mean, everyone from back in the PS1 era, they love. Everyone loves it. I mean, you know, that was back when, you know, the Final Fantasies were hot and everything, and this was kind of another new 4-disc epic RPG. But it had some great different aspects of it with the kind of like more like certain button combos to get like additional hits in. Just the transformation into dragoons, like, can you just imagine like all that nowadays? Like, oh my god, that'd be amazing. I mean, there is like Drakengard, which is kind of like where you, but that's nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's like the closest to
Who
that.
made Legend of Dragoon?
Legend of Dragoon was Sony Entertainment.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was Sony Entertainment. So that would be freaking awesome though, because I mean that's something. They said anytime, like when they put it on Virtual Console, people lost their, or not for PSN,
Right.
people lost their shit. You know, everyone was downloading it, like, you know, and there was only like $10 or something for that long game. That's still a game to this day. I restart every once in a while and see how far I can get. Usually it's only like disc 2, but
Big ass game.
it's a huge game. But that game was just so epic. It was so much fun. And that was it. That was the only one. They only need one of them. So it's like, bring it back. Let's do some more.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, my other one that I was kind of thinking about, I was like, wait a minute, no, they are bringing it back. Was actually Fear Effect.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was like, oh yeah, wait a minute, that is coming back. So never mind.
I made it happen.
When I was originally, I did it, guys. I did it.
If they announced Siphon Filter at PlayStation Experience,
Yeah.
That'd be so you have all the gadgets. Like, it'd be so fucking cool. I think that'd be so awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right.
I was in the vein of like something I did think of in this process, but I was like, that's not really quite the spirit of the thing. Was like, I thought of a game that I would make. Basically, I would take Dusty Diamond Softball
Yeah.
and Tecmo Bowl. Make
Yeah.
a football game like Dusty Diamond.
Yeah. Yeah.
You pick random kids, and some are slow and strong. Some are fast, and some do goofy shit. And I would buy and play that.
That's a natural fit. Like, that would make so much sense.
Pending.
We've made 2 games here today.
Hey, any interested developers, give us a call.
I got more thoughts. I just can't put them together right now.
We can make storyboards for you.
There's a reason why I forgot like everything and remembered it all in the span of 3 seconds.
My gift to you. So I owe you one. I owe you guys one. I owe you one.
We get a double dose here.
Yeah. So, Steak gifted me 2 episodes ago Super Blood Hockey, and you guys read the back of the box quotes.
We read your prepared statement.
Yes, thank
Yes.
you. So,
We read your prepared statement from a Al Qaeda prison camp. For the record, that kind of stuff was going to keep going until you came back.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know. That's why I was reinstated. What did I say? I said reinstated.
Reincarnated.
Because you said I was fired. Reincarnated
So
because
you
I
were
was
fired,
dead.
you were dead, you were in jail. Rehabilitated.
Rehabilitated, yeah. So I'm back.
I was going to say you got recruited by ISIS. I had a small list going in my head.
But so Super Blood Hockey, it is straight up ice hockey from NES era. It is just it's super. It's
Just with blood.
It is. It's but with a ton of blood. It's the default is 4 versus 4, and
Does that 4 include the goalie?
no.
So
So I guess
4
5 versus
skaters.
5. Yeah, 4 skaters, and you do get to pick which version you want. It's like sniper, enforcer, and like playmaker. I think are the 3, which is like the same sizes from ice hockey. You know.
Right.
And there's just an unbelievable amount of just like hitting and checking, and like the goalies are actually really good in that game. So like you basically need to figure out one-timers to get goals, which is whatever. But on top of like just like you checking guys, but like you can really wind up a shot and wind up a pass. And if the guy is in the way of either one of those, your team or their team, it looks like they got fucking shot because it's like just like blood splatters out and then disappears down, and the puck just bounces all kinds of crazy, and the skating is super floaty. So it's like you're really trying to like when you got to turn a corner, like you are really like working to get back around to where you need to go. And it's kind of in between periods, they have the Zamboni come out. And like I said, the skating is so floaty, but that's even floaty when they're trying to get like off the ice. So the guys don't get off the ice in time. The Zamboni just smacks them and they just bounce them off. And it's
awesome.
it's so good.
That's
and like
awesome.
that's really like the heart of the game. Like it is super. It is. I mean, it's super bloody, but it's all super pixelated. But it's just so much fun. Like it's just such a fun taking like there's not an ounce of seriousness in this game. All the way down to like when there's when you have line brawls in the game. Like if you check someone enough, or if you can kind of see like when a puck does get into a corner, like that's when it all kind of starts. Everyone's just checking each other, and then you start the line brawl, and you just basically you hit the check button over and over and over again. That's how you fight, and you're picking off people from like you're moving around the ice, like trying to get people. It doesn't like match you up like it did in Blades of Steel. Like you are just going out and you're just in this mass of humanity trying to be the last man standing or last team standing. After that, when you win the fight, all your team stays intact. If you lose the line brawl, one of your guys stays on the ice and is basically looks like he's having a seizure, and he's just bleeding. He's bleeding everywhere, and then it basically turns into like a power play for you because you won the fight. But it's like when. Because like there's four different every time you knock a guy down, like either one guy's like holding his knee, another guy's like puking blood, another guy's like having a seizure thing. Like there's like all these this terrible things happening all over the ice.
This is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's and then you can play anywhere from I think you can play anywhere from 2-on-2 all the way up to 12-on-12.
Holy cow!
12 versus 12 hockey. Like I said, it is just a glorious clusterfuck. Getting a goal is just like I have no idea how that happened because there's so much. But then when you have the lion brawl, when you have all 12 of you guys, oh my god, the ice is just covered in blood. And one of the options in the game is like they call it, I think not blood length, blood amount. I forget what it was, but it's in milliliters.
Okay.
All the way down from all the way down from 0 all up to 500 milliliters, and 100 I think is like the base, like the normal option for that. So if you hit somebody, a certain amount of blood comes out. So if you turn that up and you turn it all the way up and you hit somebody, it's like you lose like a third of their blood mass every single time they get hit.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so
that's awesome.
So it's how much blood comes out of them.
Yes, and then when you have that line brawl, it is man, it's just the sea
When
of
you
red.
first said that, I was thinking like the first person to knock 500 milliliters of blood out of their
No.
wins.
It's this. Yeah, well, it could be a mini game, but
Patent pending.
yeah, but it even has like I said, does not take itself seriously. So you have all that kind of stuff. Then you also have there's not a ton of game modes. Like it's just like tournaments and like single player and multiplayer and things like that. But when you do the tournament, like you're playing like the old USA versus USSR versus Czechoslovakia versus countries don't even exist anymore.
I wonder if it's all the same countries that are in ice hockey.
It very well may be.
Probably.
But if you're in the tournament and you lose, you essentially get executed in a very stereotypical way of your country, whatever that means. So it's not like just like one basic execution. Like you go back home and get killed for not winning the tournament.
Jesus.
That's awesome.
It is.
Do they have a soccer game like this? Or that's too real? It might be a little too real for some countries.
It's like $6-7, something like that. Whatever the hell.
Yeah, I
it
think it
is
was like $6
on Steam.
yeah.
It is so much fun.
That's awesome.
It's like it is. How am I going to say this? More than saying it's just fun. It's surprisingly the amount of joy I got out of this game because I kept the more you dig into it, more just like the ridiculousness you find, and it just keeps getting funnier and funnier and funnier and more fun as you go along. So yeah, it's man. I talked about the Zamboni. I think I talked about all the stuff I really wanted to talk about. It's been 3 weeks since I played. Yeah, but go check it out, man. It's again, it just came out on Steam not that long ago. It's $7-8, whatever the hell it is. Go play it. It's super fun. Then I gave you Cluster Truck.
You gave me Cluster Truck.
Which you were right though. You said on the podcast that's how you get to work. I figured a road ragey game would be perfect for you.
So you said that it was on sale. It expired that next day, and I missed it. So it went back up to $15. I've been really busy with vacation and other things. So we're gonna get a report next time.
That's fine. And honestly, that thing is on sale all the time in some platform.
Yeah. So I'm kind of keeping my eye on it too. I've been constantly checking to see if it goes back because it's a digital game, so I'm assuming those games go on sale all the time. So
it might honestly be cheaper on Steam already, or I might even have that might have been on the.
I'll check and see.
Humble something or other.
Okay.
I might even have a copy of that for you.
Okay, I'll check and see. But yeah, things have just been crazy. I just did not get a chance to.
I fully understand.
Yeah. So I will. So next time I will have.
Tell your guys excuses.
Full report. Hey, you still never played Shadow Man.
I tried.
All right. So
now it's my turn to give the art.
Yes.
No, Art, you have to download this game tonight.
Tonight?
Because this game's gonna the sales expires tomorrow, and the price goes way up. So, so what I am giving you, so the sequel just came out, but I never got a chance to play this first one, and I've heard just amazing things about this series. Divinity Original Sin.
Okay, what platform?
PS4.
Okay.
PS4. It's the enhanced edition. It's on sale right now for $12. It's normally $40.
Whoa.
So,
Oh, good. So I'll just owe you $3 then for.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, we're pretty close. That's why I was trying to find something kind of close.
I remember that when I was leaving the house. I'm like, fuck, I owe him $15 still.
Yeah. So yeah, I was trying to find something like that was
I don't have any
close.
small bills on me.
Yeah. So, but it's kind of like a Baldur's Gate kind of RPG. Diablo Baldur's Gate style is what it looks from what I can tell from what I've always seen of it. I've heard just amazing things about this Divinity Original Sin, and like I said, the second one either just came out or it's coming out very soon.
You said the enhanced edition.
Yeah, enhanced edition.
$12. There you go.
Yeah, $12. So yeah,
Purchase.
That's what I'm doing it now.
yeah.
Once
I was
I
like,
get home, my ass is
don't do
going
what
to
I
bed.
did, because that was exactly what happened. It's like I even think I even made a mention to you. I'm like, well, I better get that tonight because I bet you that expires tonight, and then. It was so late and just passed out and I forgot. I didn't even get to it in the morning because I think by like 10 a.m. our time it's gone or something. I think it's 8 a.m. Pacific time, so 10 a.m. our time.
Yeah, I'm
the
definitely
sale
not
ends.
gonna remember
But I
doing it in the
totally forgot in the morning. Yeah, exactly.
All right, nice.
So-
All right, that sounds good.
Cool.
Art,
What?
where can people find us online?
PlayStation Store.
Currently, yes, you are correct.
People can find us on Facebook, SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play by searching The Sticks Podcast. Find us on YouTube at youtube.com/SticksGamingVids. You can find us on Twitter at Sticks Podcast. Nailed it.
Fucking crushed
Boom.
it.
And it's here.
It only took like 38 episodes.
Did you? I didn't even. Fuck. Did we stream last week? Or
No.
We have not the last
streamed in
2 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, because like it was just between like his
I was
homework
gone,
and
and I
you're
was gone
gone
that
and
two
my
times.
and my vacations and stuff. Yeah, we just have not been able to.
Okay, hopefully you'll when you hear us, you will watch this
Hopefully you'll
yesterday.
have seen a stream yesterday.
Yeah.
If not, you'll see one next week.
Yeah,
sure.
definitely next week for sure. If not yesterday.
Wait until
you saw
like
one,
I
hopefully.
left Tuesday and came back on Wednesday, so that
Yeah, we
that's
were
a lot.
packing and everything for our
Yeah, for
big trip, and I know you had homework and stuff. So
Cool,
yep.
awesome. Steak. Final words.
You guys see my awesome
I did.
Assassin's Creed hoodie?
Where'd you get that?
Assassin's Creed Origins from Lootwear.
Oh, nice.
They were.
Are we sponsored?
It was a spoiler. No,
Or have to beep that out.
no.
Yeah.
What? I can't say where I got it from.
Are they paying us?
Huh?
They paying us?
No.
No one pays us. Arts.
No one pays,
No one
us,
pays
anything.
us anything.
But yeah, if you're watching the video, it's awesome. It's the Assassin's Creed logo, and then it's all gold with the Pharaoh and everything like that.
Nice.
They got the hieroglyphics on the side here.
That's another game I'm becoming more and more curious
I
about.
am so excited. I cannot wait. But the thing is, like, I will not be playing it until I have my One X.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll get it when it comes out, but then I am not touching
There's
that.
no shortage of games for you to play right now.
No, absolutely not. But I want to play that in all its 4K
Right.
gloriness.
Very nice. All right. That's long. We having problems over there?
Yeah.
PSN problems?
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Oh, go figure. Sony.
On that note, see you next time, Stickheads.